Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode in a series of episodes that I'm going to be making called How to Valorant, where I teach you guys how to play every agent effectively, so if you don't get the agent you want, or if you're just trying to learn a new agent, you can play them effectively and still win your games. So, as for me, I'm an Immortal 3 player and I normally flex for my team, which means I have to pick whatever agent best suits the team composition. So knowing how to play all the agents effectively is really useful for me because I can fill any role. And I'm going to share that information through the series. So first agent is going to be Brimstone. We'll start with attacking with Brimstone. Brimstone is what I would say is an aggressive attacker because he can smoke 3 things at once. That's not always useful, but he can do it. He has 3 abilities: Smoke, Incendiary, Stim Beacon. His most important ability is the smokes. If you go through an entire match and only use your smokes as Brimstone, you can still do your job. So what am I doing as Brimstone? I want to cut off
Smoke's down.
Angles that our team can't contest, or doesn't want to contest, so we can clear out other angles without getting shot. So this is an example of 2 classic smokes, where our team is going to be pushing through B main, and we can't clear out all of this, and we can't clear out market either, so we're just going to smoke it off, and worry about the angles that are closer to the site, so we can take that space and plant the spike. Example of bad smokes, I don't know. Let's think of some bad smokes.
Launching smoke.
This is an example of pretty poor smokes. It's not terrible, but what you're doing when you smoke off the site like this is you're giving the enemy team all of this space to run around and do whatever they want, including shooting over the smoke here. Not only that, people that are rotating from the other side can funnel into the site and pretty much fight you uncontested from any other angle. So the main point you want to do when, as playing a controller in Brimstone is make sure your smokes allow your team to take space without allowing the enemy team to contest that space and take space of their own. Yeah. That's pretty much it for smokes. For Brimstone's molly, you can chuck your molly into smokes that are more hotly contested. So say you smoke out market and you know there are 1 or 2 people in market. Maybe they have someone with a flash and you know this person's going to want to flash and pick your team. You can shoot a molly and try and stop them from doing that, stop them from pushing the smoke, and so you don't even have to watch the smoke as you come out, because unless you know they've got a crackhead on the other team that's going to peek through the molly and the smoke, you're going to pretty much, you're going to make sure that no one's going to want to push you back. Attacking with Stim Beacon
down.
I would use this only to break sage walls because the increase in recoil, a lot of people aren't used to it. If you want to use it when you're pushing, tell your team, because the increased fire rate is going to increase your recoil and some people aren't prepared for that. So a lot of the time I don't end up using it pushing a site because we're already getting an advantage because of information, because of smokes, and we want to keep our gunplay the same all the time so it's consistent and make sure the whole team can aim. I guess one time I would use it is if your team is Spectres going up against Vandals. The Stim Beacon will give you extra damage, and the Spectre itself is pretty easy to control, both stimmed and unstimmed. There's no precise recoil pattern to it, so you can just pull down and you'll get that extra damage and might help you win a few more gunfights against good weapons. And ultimate, you can use this on areas that you really don't want someone to be in that you might not be able to clear. So maybe you're pushing B site.
Open up the sky.
You really don't want to go to the back of the site for some reason. You can ult that. Anyone sitting all the way back here has to run all the way out and take damage. Another good example would be the market. If you know someone's sitting in there, that forces them to either peek you or run all the way back, and you are guaranteed to at least do damage or displace enemies, pushing them out to mid, making it harder for them to peek once the smoke fades. And you can use it to destroy any utility, namely Killjoy's ultimate, because that's the most useful piece of utility to destroy with Brimstone's ultimate. And that works on both attack and defense. Destroying Killjoy's ult is something that you want to look out for, so if the enemy team has a Killjoy, keep an eye on their ultimate status, and hold on to your ultimate if you need to counter hers. On defense, Brimstone is pretty chill. You're sitting in a smite, sitting in sight, you hear people running up A main, you smoke the intros. Makes it harder for them to push. If you think they're going to push anyway, they might flash out of the smoke. Chuck your molly down, make sure you have your gun out ready to shoot if they decide to jump out anyway. Say they don't push your site and you're playing short, team's like, oh, I hear some people B. Smoke it for them. It's going to make it a lot harder for the enemy team to push, and you're going to buy yourself extra time rotating over so you can help your team. That's one of the things about Brimstone that's a little weaker than the other controllers. Brimstone has a limited range on his iPad here. So if I'm playing on A site here, maybe generator, I smoke A main, and the team's like, actually no, there's about 4 people B main. I have to run all the way over here. Now I can smoke B main. Whereas if you're playing someone like Omen or Astra, you're going to already have a smoke there, and you're going to be able to play wherever you want and smoke it from, say here.
Right here.
You crouch here as Omen and smoke it out. Stim Beacon on defense is a bit weird. It's going to give away your position. I don't think the enemies can see this radius, but they can see this. Sure, you can use it to spray down a choke. Maybe you know there are enemies behind it and they don't really want to push. And you are sitting here. You can spray it. It's going to increase your damage, and if you catch anyone off, they're going to die a lot quicker. And it's probably best for just spamming. Me personally, I'm not going to use it for gunplay, actually against the enemies that I can see, unless I've got a Spectre or something that's going to do lower damage, and I need that advantage. Maybe if I've got an Odin,
Stim beacon down.
I'm going to Stim Beacon, so I can shoot a little bit faster. So that's pretty much everything to know about Brimstone. He's pretty chill, pretty easy, not too much difficult about him. If you can learn what places to smoke on site for pushing, and how to smoke a choke, it's not hard, you'll be an effective Brimstone player, and yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know. So this is the first time I've done a video like this. I picked Brimstone because there's not too much to learn about him. It's pretty easy for all skill ranges, but he's still effective. So if you like this content and want to see more, a like would be appreciated, and you can comment on what agent you'd like me to review next and teach you guys how to play, and subscribe if you really want to see what agents I do next, and get notified when new content comes out. Alright, thank you so much guys, I'll see you next time.